Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell the truth about silver. Today is Monday the 7th of February 2022 and we're producing our regular morning update providing news, economic data and of course gold and silver prices. Today we see gold and silver rise this morning, which is a positive feeling, together with some rather optimistic views about equity markets and cryptos too. So let's take a look. Welcome to Illuminati Silver. It's Monday the 7th of February 2022 at 10:50 in the morning. News headlines today, to a large extent on the economic front, broadly positive. We can see here JP Morgan strategists say buy stocks as rate hikes now priced in. Bitcoin tops 50-day average for first time since November. But perhaps on the downside, global bond rout deepens as trader escalates rate hike bets. But we also see on the geopolitical front Macron to meet Putin. Let's take a look at the economic side of things. JP Morgan. After a bumpy start to the year, the risks facing global stocks are now priced in, according to JP Morgan Chase. Neither the Federal Reserve nor the European Central Bank will move further into hawkish territory, at least relative to what is priced in currently. Meanwhile, headline inflation is peaking and earnings are likely to surprise positively. We believe that equities still offer upside and that the cycle is far from over. Very interesting. Those involved in cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency, rose as much as 3% to just under $43,000 compared with the 50-day technical mark, which was around 42,810. It built on Friday's rise, the biggest since October, which has taken it back above the key round number level of 40,000 and held over the weekend. Bitcoin has broken some key levels in a downward trending line here over the past few days and is showing signs of bullishness, but it's being capped by the 50 DMA and needs to close above it. The next stop from here is $46,000 to $47,000. Generally, our evidence so far has tended to be that whatever the Nasdaq does, Bitcoin follows broadly in terms of trend. However, global bond rout deepens as traders escalate rate hike bets. The global bond rout extended on Monday, stoked by expectations for aggressive interest rate hikes around the globe. Isn't it interesting that two of the articles, or one of the other articles, highlights that people believe everything is factored in, and now we get another article telling us that expectations are being stoked for even more aggressive rate hikes. Greek debt led a sell-off in Europe after hawkish comments from a European Central Bank policymaker on the potential for a first rate increase this year. Australian short-end yields jumped towards the highest in almost 3 years after Friday's surge in Treasury equivalents, while there's speculation the Bank of Japan may act to slow the advance in benchmark 10-year yields to a 6-year high. This is the perhaps key bit. Government bonds worldwide are extending declines after the worst 6 months since 2016. Traders see a 40% chance the Federal Reserve will kick off interest rate hikes with the sharpest increase in 2 decades in March, after an unexpectedly strong jobs report Friday reinforced speculation the economy is at risk of overheating. Now, we don't think the economy is at risk of overheating. What we do see is that inflation is getting out of control. So I'm actually quite surprised that there's only a 40% chance of a rate hike in March. Business news from the BBC. Beer prices will have to rise. Private parking fines to be capped at £50, and house prices are facing a sharp slowdown. Whereas, if I recall correctly, a few weeks ago, they were rising at exponential rates. Tesco, one of our largest supermarket stores, say worse to come for food price rises. That will certainly create a flood to food banks, or what food banks we have in the UK. Looking at America and Canada, Ottawa declares emergency over the trucker protests. Trump is wrong to say I could stop Biden win, according to Pence. This was quite big news over the weekend. And Stormy Daniels, ex-lawyer, found guilty of fraud. This is the then much acclaimed Michael Avenatti. Let's see what's happening really in the economic world. Dollar index is up. Not a huge amount, but up 0.08 at 95.56. Energy prices come down a little, between half and $1, but still ensconced in that $90 plus region. Stocks overnight, Asia Pacific, certainly the Nikkei and the Topix index were down. Hang Seng is marginally up. UK and Europe marginally down. No great shakes in fairness. And of course we're still waiting for the American markets to open in a number of hours' time. However, we did provide an update of how the American stock market did last week in our weekly update. Economic news today, we have the consumer credit report coming out for December. The forecast is expected to be at $24 billion. I cannot see, whatever the figure is, it's going to have a dramatic effect on gold and silver prices, to be frank with you. Having said that, it'll give us an idea of how much borrowing there is in the economy over the December period. Tomorrow we have international trade, and as we've updated our weekly update, we've given a whole list of the different announcements due this week, really with Thursday being the most significant. Gold prices this morning up $3, so we now have gold at 1,811. We pointed out over the weekend this 1,800 level seems to hold, and we've given our forecast of between 1,750 and 1,850. Silver's had a nice little peck up today, you can see on the chart, up straight away on opening, and we have silver 22.76, up 23 cents on the day. Cryptocurrencies, as already mentioned, up. We've nearly now got a market cap just shy of 2 trillion again, with Bitcoin at $42,500. A far cry from the $33,000 it was just less than 2 weeks ago. Just a quick shout out. Over the weekend we produced our video, our gold and silver weekly update. Plus on Sunday it was basically a repeat of that video. We are producing our gold and silver forecast this week. We had hoped to have done it over the weekend. We just simply didn't have time. Having said that, it will be produced towards the end of the week, probably on Thursday. If it doesn't come out Thursday, and we'll give you notice, it will definitely be out on the weekend. There's quite a lot of data that we have to crunch. Unlike some channels who just give you a guess, we do actually try to work out, as best one can statistically, what is likely to happen. And generally speaking, we were rather bullish last year, which is unlike us. For those who follow us realize that. We were over bullish by quite a large amount. Having said that, of course, year on year, we've been far more accurate than the majority of channels. Let's see if we can get that accolade back again. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Till our next video. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.